here in Savannah, Georgia. Third place game over and done with. Tennessee knocks off Georgia Tech 7-3. I'm joined by forward coming off his hat trick game, Michael Cosentino. He's the player of the game. Head coach Drew King. I'll start off with you, Coach. After a tough loss, a tough game yesterday, losing to Florida, bounce back. You guys really wanted this one. You were on the podcast yesterday. You guys get the win today. How are you guys feeling coming out third place?
Yeah. I mean, it's not obviously not what we wanted.
Yeah.
Losing the first game, obviously that eliminates us, but we still wanted to come out here in front of these fans. I mean, it's the most fans any of us will play in front of probably for the rest of our lives. So, I mean, it's a great experience that we've had here, and 7-3 win, 4 goals for us in the third period.
Yeah.
We had a great time, and we're looking forward to coming back next year.
And Coach, what was the missing piece from yesterday? You guys, the shots were there, only one yesterday. Today, Georgia Tech would not go away, but then that third period explosion. What was that missing piece, or you just feel like it was finally bouncing your way?
Yeah, I think it was bouncing, but I think the main thing that was different between last game and this game was we were more cohesive. I'll use that word again, and also we went to the net. We went to the net and we buried some ugly goals. We had some nice goals as well, but I was really proud of the guys, how they rallied in the third period. We had a tough draw with a 5-minute penalty at the end of the first period, and we bounced back, and I'm really proud of the boys for how they played in the third period.
Michael, anything said in the locker room before this game? Because as Coach said, not the result you wanted to be playing in the third place game, but you guys came out, put on a good show and good effort, 7-3 win. So was there anything before the game or after yesterday's game you guys spoke about, like, hey, we still got something to play for?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Kinger, he challenged us who's going to step up in the room. We came here and we wanted to win first place. And, the result yesterday was really disappointing. But, there's still something to play for. The crowd's massive. And, it was an awesome environment. And I think we showed a lot of courage and stepped up, especially when Frazier, who is one of the best players in this conference, got ejected. It really challenged us. But I'm happy with how we responded as a team.
So when Frazier gets ejected from the game, it was relatively early, not more towards the later end of it. What was the conversation like on the bench? How do you guys feel like each one of you guys stepped up to replace that production by Frazier?
I think we just did it as a unit. Our assistant coach, Garrett Griffiths, kind of challenged me. He's a great guy, and he was talking a little crap to me before the third period that I hadn't put one in the net this tournament. So I think that gave me the green light to just start shooting it.
And then you wind up shooting it. You get 3 goals. So take me through that final goal, that hat-trick goal that pretty much put this game to bed.
So me and Jason Seahelm had 2 goals each, and Coach put both of us out there with Franklin, and it was just – we were shooting that. We were shooting anything we possibly could, and Sprankle made a great pass to me, and I saw the goal was a little off angle and thought I could beat him low blocker.
Did you guys find, because this goaltender, Georgia Tech, Germano, had a fantastic game yesterday. Was there anything you guys saw from yesterday that maybe, I'll start with you, Coach, that you saw yesterday's game that you could pick apart today, or maybe you were just more fatigue would have kicked in for him because you guys got to him late?
Yeah, it's definitely the fatigue. I mean, playing 2 games and just getting absolutely peppered both games is – I have a ton of respect for that kid. He had a great weekend. It doesn't matter the scores or the results. That kid, he was kicking all game. I think we got to him in the third period just from fatigue. And also I think the 5 holes a little loose, and I said that before the game. And, naturally we didn't score any 5-hole goals.
Yeah. So. I did see a couple of goals like your hat-trick goal. I believe it was the hat-trick goal. He got beat a couple times today on the far side. You guys were beating him far blocker or far glove. Your goal, I believe Seaholm had a goal like that as well. Was that something you guys were shooting for at the end of the game especially?
I think we're just looking what we saw. Our backup goalie, Greener, I would say maybe a couple minutes in the third period was he looks tired. And so that was kind of just like a green light, like I said before, just keep shooting, Playing 2 games, getting probably 100-plus shots in a span of 24 hours is difficult for anyone. And a lot of respect to that kid. But it was just green light to shoot in the third.
And, Coach, a big difference call in the game I saw from yesterday now to today. You guys were getting a lot more active in the offensive zone, specifically in that high slot. In the low slot, you were getting bodies open. A couple of goals came after that. Was that a point of emphasis? Something clicked today that changed that? Because yesterday maybe a little bit to the outside much, but today you guys were fiending in that low-high slot, especially in the crease.
Yeah, that's definitely something we talked about after last game. Last game, we were very stagnant, and we would just drive wide and then just get a nothing shot. And we wouldn't have any support, any net front presence. And I think that was one of the problems that we had yesterday. But today, we were a lot more fluid. We had a lot more zone time, I think, too.
Yeah.
So that always helps.
So, Michael, now where does Tennessee go from here? When is your guys' next game? So, what's the rest of the weekend look for you guys?
Rest of the weekend, just hang out. We got Clemson in 2 weeks, then Vanderbilt, Auburn, and then some conference tournaments where we, definitely are excited to play Florida again. I said we don't like them, and I'm excited for the rest of the year.
So, yep, the push to now nationals begins for you guys. I know not the result you're looking for, but a 1-1 record on the weekend, you get third place. So you something held your head high on. There we go. So, coach, player, thank you for joining the podcast. Congratulations on the win. I guess enjoy the rest of the weekend or whatever you guys are up to. So, once again, alongside head coach Drew King and forward Michael Costantino getting the hat trick. 7-3 win for Tennessee, getting third place. Jordan DeLuciano for the AAU Overtime Podcast. We'll see you after the championship game, Florida